And welcome back to Baxter's Growing Mad. I'm Tom. Today is the 5th of March and we have got all the raised beds in. I'm putting some mulch paths in and we're getting raspberries planted today. I've added some cardboard to the first bed and I've lifted some rhubarb and put it in the raspberry border for now. I'm going to plant all my seeds at home, I think, and eventually when they start germinating I'll bring them down. That's everything, let's get to it. Hello and welcome back to Baxter's Growing Mad. Firstly, I'd like to apologise for the camera angle here. It's super hard to film with one hand, dig raspberry canes using a broken fork and trying to ease them out of the ground at the same time. So the camera's just waving all over the place at this point as I'm trying to get the raspberry canes out of the soil. These raspberries are a summer fruiting variety. In fact, last year I think I got 2 crops out of these raspberries. One in the late spring and one in the late summer, which is very lucky. At the time I planted these raspberries at the side of my house, away from my kids, the football and their little feet trampling them down. As a result, they've grown and woven themselves into the hedge. Part of the hedge is pyracantha. For anyone that knows pyracantha, the plants have a very large sharp thorn, which is also making it very tricky to remove these raspberries. Nonetheless, I need to get the raspberries moved up to the allotment. They're going to be better looked after up there. Less people picking them from the side of the house. The only issue I'll have to deal with at the allotment is birds eating them, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right, so here they are after I've successfully battled to remove the raspberries from the side of the house. Quite a few raspberry canes and a good starting point for a raspberry hedge. With the addition of the raspberry canes I've ordered from Thompson & Morgan, I'm hopefully going to get quite a bit of fruit this year and next year. Right, a little bit about raspberries. They're a hardy, vigorous plant that can grow very well in all conditions. There's a huge range of raspberry varieties, over 200, all cropping at different times throughout the season. My plan is to grow a number of varieties so I can crop the fruit from midsummer right through to mid-autumn. Before planting, I need to check if there's any weeds around in the soil, because it's hard to control these once the raspberries have established. Raspberries need plenty of moisture to sustain their foliage and fruit, so it's my plan to mulch the ground around the stems with horse manure. This will give the soil a slightly acidic pH level, which raspberries also like. As you can see, I drew a string line along the bed, digging a small channel along the string line around 5 to 6 centimetres deep. This is where I'm going to plant the raspberries in. Now, it is a general rule that you plant your raspberries around 45 centimetres apart. However, I'm planting mine closer together in the front row. I'm hoping that the closer I plant, the more compact the raspberry canes are together, and I'm hoping that the raspberry canes will then support themselves. At this point, I'm also checking the plant before planting. Some of the canes which beared fruit last year have died, so I'm snipping them back at the base. I'm also checking for any damage or diseased canes and snipping them off as well. Here we are, all the raspberries are in. Rhubarb's coming up nicely. I need to move them. They were only put in there temporary, but raspberries are coming in nicely. All coming up. I think I left it a little bit late putting them in, because it's starting to leaf. But hopefully I can still get some fruit on some of them. Don't look bad. And I've got some autumn fruiting variety at the back here. I've got some more on order coming, so I'm going to have 2 rows, so hopefully I'll have a big raspberry hedge by the end of the summer. Right, these are my raspberries that I ordered from Thompson and Morgan. I ordered them as a bundle, and these are an autumn fruiting variety. I'm hugging a spade for. These are autumn fruiting variety, so these that I planted in already from my garden, and they're a summer fruiting variety, so they fruit on last year's growth. So they will come up green, the new stems will come up green, and you won't get any fruit on them. And then next year they'll sort of go a bit woody over the winter, and then the flowers and the fruit will form on the second year's stems. So I've put these in. Some of them have already started flowering, which is amazing. But these are going to fruit in the summer, and these are a winter flowering. These are an autumn fruiting stem. Now some of these this is autumn bliss. So then when these stop fruiting in the summer, I've got another second sort of batch of fruits ready to harvest, make some jams out of. Some kids love raspberry jam, that's what we're doing it for. So we're going to get them in, and then eventually, what I haven't done, I haven't staked or secured these raspberry canes, so I don't want them falling over or anything, because they can grow quite tall. So in the next couple of weeks I'm going to get a post, maybe get a couple of posts in either side of the bed, or one post, and then put some wire and secure the canes to the wire, just to help them secure. And then my next big challenge is keeping the fruits away from the birds, or keep the birds away from the fruit. So I might have to put a net on eventually, but I don't really want to do that, but we'll see. But I definitely want a massive full raspberry hedge. Yeah. One of my varieties of fruit on the raspberries, yellow. It's a yellow raspberry, like not like a red one like the rest of them. So that would be cool if I get some golden sort of raspberry coloured fruit. I wonder if they'll taste different or taste sweeter. I'm not sure, but something to look forward to. Yeah, right, let's get these in before they dry out. I know the rain's going to come, which is good, which will help water them for me. But yeah, right, let's get to it. Right, so my order from Thompson & Morgan was the Raspberry full season collection. It cost me around 15 quid, I think 14.99, and the varieties are all heavy cropping varieties. For the 15 quid, I got 9 canes, 3 of each variety, and they're actually a mixture of autumn and late summer fruiting varieties. Right, the first variety is Glen Prosen. This is a summer fruiting variety with large size fruit. They are firm and good flavour. Canes are very upright and also thornless, which is great after the trouble I had yesterday trying to dig out the raspberries that were woven in with the pyracantha. The second variety is Glen Ample. These are a mid-season summer fruiting variety, exceptionally high yielding, heavy crop of large deep red berries and succulent in flavour. That's what the description says anyway. And the last variety is Autumn Bliss. Like the name suggests, it's an autumn fruiting variety. Again, large red berries that fruit and crop from August all the way to October. I also ordered another variety separately, and this was a variety called All Gold, and that's an autumn fruiting variety. Bears a yellow fruit. The fruit is very sweet, and the main reason I ordered it was because of its yellow fruit, really. It gives it a bit of variety to the bed. My raspberries in, buzzing, absolutely buzzing. First plant I've managed to get in the allotment, so I'm looking forward to getting them growing. I think as well, what I was thinking about doing is putting some sunflower seeds in here as well, just to add to the impact of the hedge and get some colour. We get some bees. Sunflowers will attract the bees. Get some bees into the allotment, and also I'm thinking about verbena as well. Get some verbena in there, so we've got impact purple colour and some yellow sunflowers and some giant sunflowers as well. And then we've got the white flowers of the raspberries and the red fruits. I think it'll look really nice. Buzzing like that. Yeah, thank you for watching, and like and subscribe and comment if you want to follow me further on my allotment journey. Thank you.